Wives are to submit to the husband. Husbands are to lovingly lead. This is how God designed marriage. Now, some people, even within Christianity, that we'd say they're not on a different team. They're still Christians. They love Jesus. They're saved by Jesus. They would disagree and say, it doesn't matter who the head is. The wife can be the head. The man can be the head. Or there's just no head, and both of them just try to do it together. Some of them that are still Christians, some people say that because they say, Paul was kind of chauvinistic. And Paul was talking about that church and that time. And so it was an issue of their culture. But now we're so much more enlightened. And so women are much more empowered and they're not oppressed like they used to be. So women can lead. Or men and women are equal in the marriage and should lead. One should lead, the other should lead. They say it's cultural. Paul quotes Genesis 2:24 and says it's not cultural. It has to do with creation. Whether or not the husband should lead the wife and the wife should submit to the husband is not an issue of culture, it's an issue of creation. Women have been created this way, men have been created this way, and we have different jobs. And we get to make beautiful babies like that. I want you to know the big idea, how important this is for men to lead and wives to submit humbly. It has to do with Jesus and the church. He says the man is the head of the wife as Christ is the head of the church. So when we try to make, it's not a big deal in marriage, you're saying essentially the thing that reflects Jesus' love for the church and the church's love for Jesus, it's not important to reflect that. That's the whole point of marriage. So last point, big idea. Marriage is all about Jesus. He says this mystery, he's talking about men leading and wives submitting lovingly and humbly together. This mystery is profound, and I'm saying that it refers to Christ and the church. So men, your leadership is supposed to be a reflection of Jesus' leadership of the church and love for the church. And women, your submission to your husband is supposed to reflect the church's love and submission and following the leadership of Jesus. Marriage is all about Jesus, and it reflects the gospel. So I want us to know that it's not cultural, it has to do with creation. Does Jesus love us? Is Jesus good to us? He cleanses us. He gives himself. He takes responsibility for us. So we're supposed to mirror that in marriage.